Hey kids, welcome to section 10.5, buying trim and molding. Today we're going to learn how to calculate the cost of buying trim, which usually goes around the base of the walls, and molding, which usually goes around windows and doors. So putting wood trim not only makes your house look complete and stylish, it protects your home. Trim is necessary to keep all the little wind drafts from coming into your house or the heat coming in, seals all the gaps, all that good stuff. I put some average costs here. Putting molding around windows is your cheapest. It's the lowest amount of space that you need to cover. Going around ceilings, that would be more expensive. Around the base of the walls would be more expensive because that covers more distance. There's lots of different types of molding. As you can see from the picture, here are 25 different moldings. You can also create your own. If you are a trim installer in a construction company, you could earn about $42,359 a year, making an hourly rate of $20.36. So you could earn lots of money putting wood trim in. We've got 4 examples of different trims. These are from Menards, brand A, B, C, and D. Each type of trim comes in a different length. Um, Normally, when you go to buy trim at the store, you'll buy them in long sections. And so each type comes in different amounts. So we got 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet. And then it has the price for each of them ranging anywhere from $7.99 a piece all the way up to $14.05 a piece. You can also get trim that's already stained. You can stain it yourself. You can paint it yourself, but it'll come bare already treated. Okay, so we have 4 rooms here. One more thing to remember is that a typical door is about 2.5 feet wide. So when we're calculating trim, we need to remember that we do not put trim over the threshold of a door. Otherwise, you would have to step over it. So our first room is a 12-foot by 20-foot room. It has 1 doorway. We need to find total feet to trim. Well, when you're laying trim, kids, that's going to round something. And so now we're going to switch gears to perimeter. So that's why the total feet to trim is not total square feet like it was for tile or for carpet or for paint. Now we're looking at perimeter. So first we need to find the perimeter of the room. Remember, a perimeter of a room, if you have length and W, those are backwards. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's a rectangle, but if you have length and W, a perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So we're going to have 2 times 12 plus 2 times 20. But we also have to remember that the number of doorways gets taken out or subtracted. So each doorway is 2.5 feet. So if we have 1 doorway, then we have 2.5 feet that we have to subtract off. So this is going to give me 24 and 40 minus 2.5. This will give me a total length of 61.5 feet. I'm using brand A, which comes in 6 feet sections. So I'm going to take 61.5 and divide by 6. I'm going to always round up. So I need 11 pieces. It's always better to have a little extra than not enough. My total cost is those 11 pieces, and each piece is $12.75. So this is going to give me a total cost of $140.25. So again, that's the cost just for the wood. That doesn't include all the nails and the paint and the sealer and all that good stuff. All right, my second room is 8.5 feet by 12 feet, and now we have 2 doorways. So I'm going to find my perimeter, 2 times 8.5 plus 2 times 12. This time when I subtract off my doorways, I have 2 doors, and each one is 2.5. So I have minus 2 times 2.5. So 2 times 8.5 is 17 plus 24 minus 2 times 2.5 is 5. So that gives us a total length of 36 feet. I'm using brand C, which comes in 8-foot chunks. So I'm going to do 36 divided by 8, and I'm going to round up to 5 pieces. Then I'm going to take each of those 5 pieces, which are $7.99 a piece, and multiply 5 times $7.99. This will give me a total cost of $39.95. So be careful that if you have 2 doorways, you subtract off 2 2.5s, otherwise just 1. All right, letter C, room 3. We got 17 feet 6 inches by 17 feet. Ooh, remember that 17 feet 6 inches is really 17.5 feet. So when I do my perimeter, 2 times 17.5 plus 2 times 17, and we have 1 doorway, so minus 2.5. All right, 2 times 17.5 is 35 plus 34 minus 2.5. That gives me a total distance of 66.5 feet. I'm using brand D. Those come in 9-foot chunks. So 66.5 divided by 9. Round up, that gives me 8 pieces. So each of those 8 pieces is $14.05. So that's going to give me $112.40. All right, last room is 8 foot by 11 foot. It's pretty tiny. I have 2 doorways. So I'm going to do perimeter 2 times 8 plus 2 times 11. And when I subtract my doors off, I'm going to subtract 2 times 2.5. So that gives me 16 plus 22 minus 5 gives me total length of 33 feet. Using brand B tile, which comes in 7-foot chunks, 33 divided by 7, round up gives me 5 pieces. Each of those 5 pieces are $11.50 for a total cost of $57.50. All right, so there's lots of places to make small mistakes, so be very careful. All right, let's move on to 2 others. Number 2, Isaac is looking to update the trim along the top of his walls in his kitchen. He's been practicing his cooking skills and wants to impress his new girlfriend with his new kitchen. The kitchen is 28 feet by 14 feet. The trim is $2.29 per each 6.5-foot section. What is the total cost to buy the trim? Okay, so if we're putting the trim along the top of the walls, we don't have to worry about any doorways because doors don't go all the way up to the top. So we can get a clean perimeter around the top of the room. So we have a 28 foot by 14 foot room. So my perimeter is going to be 2 times 28 plus 2 times 14. We don't have to worry about any doorways. 2 times 28 is 56, and 2 times 14 is 28. So that's going to give me 84 feet that I have to work with. Now, the trim I'm buying comes in 6.5-foot sections. So I need to see how many pieces. 84 divided by 6.5 feet. Round up, I need 13 pieces. And each of those 13 pieces is $2.29 a piece. Total cost for the trim, $29.77. I think Isaac's going to be able to impress his new girlfriend. All right, number 3. Antoine wants to find the total cost to trim the baseboards of the 2 sketched rooms below. Dimensions are given in yards. The trim comes in 2-yard sections and retails for $8.99 a piece. Assume there are 2 doorways in each room that are 1 yard wide. All right, so Antoine's got some kind of weird house with weirdly shaped rooms. We need to find the total perimeter of the 2 rooms, take out the 2 doorways, see how many pieces we need, and then find the total cost. So let's look at this left shape. Maybe we'll call this shape A and this is shape B. All right, so shape A, I got a 3, a 7. Ooh, I can put a 3 down here, right, because those are equal. Let's see, I got a 5 here, so I can put a 5 here. I have 2 more sides left. Well, those 2 sides added with the 2 are supposed to equal 7, which means these 2 chunks are 5 altogether. Doesn't really matter what I call them. I'm going to call this one 1 and then this one 4. So that means I have 4, 2, and 1 makes 7. Yep. All right. So let's do shape A. Perimeter. We got starting at the top going clockwise. 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 1, 3, 7. All right, that's going to give me 30 yards for room A. That's ginormous. Oh, that's right. These are in yards. So each yard is 3 feet. So this is a 9 foot. These are weird rooms. All right. Let's do shape B. All right. So we got the 2 on top. We got the 3. All right. So this chunk here has to be 8 because the 2 and the 8 add up to 10. And then this chunk over here has to be 3 because this 3 here with the one I put 3 makes a 6. All right, we got all the sides. So starting at the top going clockwise. 2, 3, 8, 3, 10, 6. Add those up, that gives you 32 yards. So total perimeter is 62 yards. Now we have doors. So let's see, these are just the walls. Okay. And now we got to do doors. So in room A, there are 2 doorways, and each doorway is 1 yard wide. So that means we have 2 yards that we need to take out. Room B also has 2 doorways, and each doorway is 1 yard wide. So that's another 2 that we have to take out. That means we have to take 4 yards off of our total perimeter. So our total perimeter that we're going to need to do is 62 minus 4, or 58 yards. Remember, I had to take my total perimeter and subtract off my doors. Now, these pieces that I'm buying come in 2 yard sections. So if I do 58 divided by 2, this tells me that I need 29 pieces. Each of those 29 pieces is $8.99. Antoine needs a grand total of $260.71 in order to trim those new rooms. All right, kids, that's the end of section 10.5. If you have any questions, please let me know. And as always, keep calm and keep trucking.